morning, everyone. I am Jedi Terry. How are you? How are you doing? How's your first day back at college gone, Amjad? Hi, Scotty. How are you? So, yeah, things is back to normal now. Everybody's back to school, back to work, back to college. Yeah. So, hi, Crypto. How are you? So, yeah, we're back to normal. You know, no sort of, I don't know about anybody else, but, you know, waking up in the morning and think, what day is it today? You know what I mean? What week sort of bank holiday being like having an extra bank holiday, you know what I mean? It sort of put everybody off kilter, hasn't it? So, yeah, I've already put the I wakey. I wakey, by the way. So yeah, the links up into, yeah, pinned. I hope you've took the time to do the poll. I thought I'd just do something, you know, a bit out the ordinary, you know. So yeah, now I've learned how to do it. I didn't know how to do it before. I'm just messing about before the show started. Oh, okie dokie then, Amjad. So yeah, I always sort of wondered on other people's streams how they did this poll, but yeah, I've worked it out by myself as well. I God, I sort of can't vote on my own poll, but yeah, no, I ain't made no New Year's resolution either. But yeah, I just thought it were a bit of a conversation starter, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and I thought, well, what can I ask people? You know, have you made any New Year's resolutions? So I must admit, like the same as I say, I don't believe in them. I don't make them. No, but hey ho. So what is everybody been up to? Anything? Nothing? Yeah, Chris Roper, Nick could get out with the drone today, but I can put this. He's got a slight problem with his leg. So he said when he took Biscuit out this morning, it were hurting him. I mean, I'm not going into detail because it's a bit too graphic to go into detail, but yeah, he's got a slight problem with his leg. So he was struggling a bit when he took Biscuit for a walk. So plus as well, he ordered a new camera and he thought it would come in today, but it's not coming till Monday. So anyway, but it could. Hi, Harold, how are you? Oh, ooh, Terry says it's full moon today. Hiya, Johnny, how are you? Oh, okie dokie then. But I mean, I mean, from what I can gather, Wakey, they're not just a juicer. You can make sort of milkshakes and smoothies and all sorts in them. You know what I mean? Wakey said he decided to brush cobwebs off his juicer, not a Oh, yeah, they are. I'm thinking a blender, Wakey. Yeah. But is it one of them that you can like just chuck them in as they are and yeah, You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what I've been looking at. Okie dokie. No problems. Hello, Mr. Scotty.
Hello.
Oh, we've both got the posh voices on tonight.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm from the Somerset. We'd sound really silly.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I am sort of thinking.
Out of all.
I'll tell you what I am thinking of. Waker says, because I says you've had problems with your leg. I haven't told them what.
Oh, varicose vein.
Well, you think it's that.
I think it's that.
To cut a long story short.
Started out I've grown an extra ball.
No, I've had a look at it, and I don't think it's an extra ball. No. He has a lot of problems with varicose veins now. He has had them removed in both legs in the past, but they've come back with vengeance.
My nan had that, and it was when it was very early in the times that I used to do it.
Well, you see, the thing is, when he had his done, we lived in like Great Yarmouth.
Yeah.
And he says, because his veins were that bad in both legs, we'll do one and then we'll bring you back to have your other done, because they're both really bad. And he says, no, if I'm having it done, he says, get it over and done with. He says, I want both legs doing it at the same time. So he had to actually go to the big hospital in Norwich, I think it was, because they were only people that was willing to do both legs. Well, to cut a long story short, he were walking like a mummy when he come out. He got, you know what I mean? Because they take it from your groin and then you take it from a bit further down. Hiya, George, how are you? So so it got both legs strapped from top to bottom, and it were walking like a mummy. Anyway.
Yeah, they messed my hands up.
He showed me this lump last night in his leg, and I'm not kidding you. It's like that size, really, really big on one of his legs. And he says to me last night, he says, I don't know whether it's like a bulging varicose vein or what it is.
Yeah.
But he says it were painful, so painful that when he took Biscuit out, he says it hurt him as he were walking. So that's why I says I didn't want to go into graphic detail, is because it don't look very nice.
Yeah.
And then he had cheek to say to me last night. He says, "Should I squeeze it?" I went, "No, leave it alone. You know what damage? You don't know what damage you could do." I says, "If you squeeze it,
I'm going to get a pin and prick it."
No, you're not. You're going to leave it alone.
Yeah, they messed my hands up, and the circulation was never right afterwards.
But I'll show you what I'm thinking of investing in. It's like a.
Oh yeah.
It's like a mini mixer, but it's got like a whisk attachment. That thing with black top on is like a chopper.
Yeah.
It's like just old shebang sort of thing, and I didn't think it were a bad price at 20 quid.
I didn't.
So, but that's sort of might be my next. I mean, I have, looked at others, and they are a bit. Hi, Lee. I have sort of, the more attachments it's got, the dearer they are. But that's
yeah.
So anyway,
that's a bit of my own photography. That.
Ooh.
2 years old now.
Hiya, Crypto. How are you? Hiya, Richard.
Hello.
Oh, what you got in your ear?
Plaque.
Oh, I could see like pink thing dangling about, and I thought, what's that? You know me.
Pray. Going.
I don't know. You can do it because
Wait,
I can't
wait,
come
wait,
on
wait,
my own here at all. I can't. You know what I mean? If I try to do like piglets in plaits, I've got one up here and one down here. You know what I mean? They don't sort of match up. You know what I mean? They're all over the place.
Oh. Well, these are just small ones. What? Oh.
But,
Well, what's crazy?
yeah, the same as I say. Look how long my hair is now.
Oh, my hair needs quite rare, I thought.
I need everything doing with mine, and it needs cutting, it needs colouring. But anyway, that is my next investment. I'm hoping anyway. But it's sort of when you need. See, I've got our food processor, but it's a great big massive thing. It's dead noisy, and when you need sort of that does everything. It mashes things up, it blends things, it's sort of.
Oh, you got one that does it like juicing and all that.
I have Vanessa. Yeah, it sort of does everything. It's got a whisk attachment, so all you do is you connect that whisk attachment to that stick thing, and you've got a whisk. And then there's like a cup, and you just put your blender thing on top, and it blends things in cup. But it's also like a mini food processor as well. It's sort of a bit of everything, really.
Yeah.
Vanessa's resolution is to see the sunrise each morning. Same here, Vanessa.
That ain't happening with me.
No,
Hey?
I do
Let's
early
just
mornings.
stay awake. That ain't happening with me.
Well, yeah, that. It's a way of doing it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Well, when I say sunrise, yeah, I'm still in my pit when sun comes up. So,
Yeah,
I need to
frankly.
get some hoops and stuff because that's what I weighed in the plaits. Not but big ones, but with hoops in.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And the plaits, yeah. And then actual my clear bands, which I can't find at the minute.
well, if it's out like me, crypto, you put them in a safe place and then you can't find them. You put them that safe.
Yeah. I've done that with a print off of an email, which is semi-important, and I'm like, where on earth's that gone? I need a reply to that email.
But this is
The thing is, I ain't got the email address.
And you noticed when you're not looking for it, you can find it.
Yeah, no, my
But
luck,
when you're
I'm going
actually
to find
looking
the.
for it, you can't find it.
No, my luck, I'm going to find the print off after June when the event is.
But yeah,
Right,
I often find that.
I was saying you got to move the pole to see it.
No, it's there, Johnny.
No, but I was saying the
gotta scroll
pole's in front of it.
up.
So you got to, yeah.
Yeah, Gordo's put link in.
Well, I already did the polls.
17 votes and 65% said no and 35. I'll tell you what, I'll end the poll so the link's there.
Me,
Hi, Jason.
Dad always
How are
had the
you?
same New Year's resolution,
Hi, Jason.
not to make one.
I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, yeah. Chris went, you know, when
no.
story about Chris's earbud pinging out other day.
Bloody hell, I had that one. Hello.
So anyway, it says to me, it says, hi partner, how are you? It says, right, it says, I'm going to get down on my hands and knees on floor. Anyway, it says, well, guess what I found? It says, I found 3 pint pots, a camera lens, and I still haven't found my earbud. I found everything else, but not the thing I was looking for.
Ironically, I lost a battery for my DSLR camera.
Yeah, sorry about that, and 2 pairs of scissors.
Yeah, I lost a battery from my DSLR and I still haven't found it. I started to think I've probably dropped it somewhere out and about.
Well, you see, when this earbud
I just do maybe now I couldn't plug it.
it were in summer, and he thinks it might have popped outside, but he says he's been out several times and not seen it. Hiya, partners.
Hey, partner. Can't hear you, bud. How are you, Jeanette?
Now you hear me.
I don't think
Yeah.
you've seen me
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I do always know when I go like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
we can't hear you. That's the
yeah,
sign.
yeah.
We can't hear you.
That, yeah, I realised. Can't hear me.
But
Hear me. And I can do it.
can you hear me, mother? She's doing this Norman Collier impression again.
Oh, dear.
How are you, Johnny?
All right. Not bad.
How's Tracy?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but on her ear.
Oh,
Yeah, because she messaged me and said she'd got a lot of trouble with her ear again.
It's as red
I'll
as
call you
that.
about this.
As red as that.
Oh dear. She told me and she promised me that she would go to the doctors.
Well, I don't know if she went. And the tempers to match as well. So.
But yeah,
Wind it up here where it's safe.
I spoke to her the other day and she said that her ear had flared up again. So
Yeah. So she's a very pleasant self at the moment.
well, you know, Johnny, you're not very pleasant when you're not very well. Hiya, Andy, how are you?
Yeah, it's a
How can I describe her right now? A Rottweiler with earache.
That was just because it was New Year's Eve, Andy. So yeah. So we're going for something a bit different on Tuesday. We're making flapjacks.
no background.
who's died, Gordo? Well, that was a bit morbid, wasn't it? It's just, I'd refer to success on my celebrity death list today. Who's died?
I'll take it somebody don't like.
I know what it is. It's
Yeah, that
called-
we're only for the red
Basically,
list.
make a-
We're only for New Year's
Make a list
Eve.
of people who you think are going to die this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
it's a morbid thing. It's a morbid thing, crypto. They predict who's going to die this year. Hi, Tim. How are you?
Hello, Tim. Oh, that's why I wouldn't know then. I don't do football.
Oh yeah, yeah. He is an ex-Chelsea manager. Something Viali or something, isn't he? 58. He died of cancer.
I don't do football at
Oh,
all.
Gianluca
I don't
Vialli.
play football.
Was it
I used to
Gianluca?
support United because big girls.
You know that fella that died? I thought he was what's I know football.
So yeah, I mean, I only know because it were on. Callum had got Sky Sports News on, and I says, "Who the flipped that?" And he says, "Oh, he played. He played for foreign clubs, but he managed Chelsea, and that's only how I know."
Yeah, I've got a Deadpool list myself.
Oh yeah, Gordo says it's Partnest that.
Everybody's
follows
morbid.
I thought it was Scotty. Yeah, Partnest and Gordo.
No, if somebody's in their 80s, it's highly
Well,
likely they're going
it's
to
been
pop
1
the
month. I've been
clogs
weight training
in the
today.
next 12
Extra.
months.
So I mentioned Deadpool.
I'm not that Deadpool.
What with that, Johnny? You've been doing weights.
If anybody stuck me on the death
It
list,
comes
I'm
from
fucking on weight.
Fifth
I'm
and
feeling
final,
good.
fifth and final Dirty Harry film.
4 days I've worked out this week.
Ooh.
Very good. You get it back
Yeah,
up for the new year.
For them that's not watched it, Johnny did a video other day and he's singing.
Very good, am I?
Yeah, and me and Chris had a conversation about it, and we says, "Do you know he's actually got a good voice?"
Oh, jeez, I've only been
Oh, I
singing for about a year.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Why didn't anybody else notice it?
Christmas special.
Yeah.
You can't still say
Didn't notice it then.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you think that goes across?
Yeah, my banner across the bottom, it says Feel Good Friday Christmas Special. I just seen Feel Good Friday and I clicked on it, so. But yeah, I've rectified it now, Tim. Thank you for telling me.
Oh.
I didn't try it. So.
Hey, quick try, I said to Keena, I said, can I cut it all off now? I said, it's done with me now. Oh, I want you for next year as well.
Wait. Oh, pardon me. What did you say? I've got a whole year to grow it again.
It should be quite a beard after another year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like one with that down here, isn't it?
About here, yeah, should think. Keeps you warm in winter anyway. My face and my neck.
But the summer, it'll be when it gets to summer, you'll be like, why not?
Also, yeah, there's a saving on soap because I've only got to do this bit. I'm spending a fortune on beard products, so it kind of balances it out.
I don't use soap on my face anyway.
How does Tracy feel about it? Does she not mind it?
You know what she does? She goes to kiss me, she holds it down. I think it's because it's getting thicker there, because I'm
Not
actually
Dick
getting
Van
a little
Dyke.
curly.
No. I'm just reading this death list. I'm like, no, not Dick Van Dyke. No.
Well, it's all
Stupid kid.
in clink.
Oh, don't put Michael Caine in there, Gordo.
No, it's Partners that's done Michael Caine.
Yeah, I don't want him to die.
I can't believe that's a thing where you just put people down.
Oh, yeah, Gordo put it in as well.
Oh yeah, Attenborough, forgot about him. Yeah,
Mel Brooks.
Bobby Charlton, Jimmy
Who's
Carter.
Ivanell when they
Phil Collins. Yeah, I mean. he is-
Clint Eastwood, have you seen him? God knows how he's still alive anyway.
Yeah, he does look old.
All right, we can lose Clint Eastwood, but the rest of them are
Oh,
staying.
Rolf's got to go.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got
Michael
long
Schumacher.
left this world.
And it's even no Stanley
Michael
Mike.
Schumacher, really?
It's
James Tolkien, that's what I should add to the list.
Michael
Michael
Schumacher.
Parkinson. Oh, have you seen Michael Parkinson now, Paul Bugger?
Oh, Parker,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
He's
Well, that Ricardo Advocado or whatever his name is, is only young.
oh George Abigail.
All the names. You look at Tanya, but no.
This is a long death list.
Yeah, he's telling me.
40. Oh.
Oh.
Four.
There's Johnny Irwin, by the way. Never even heard of Johnny Irwin.
As a few of
I've
those
got
I've never
Apollo
actually heard
astronaut.
of.
Celine
There's
Dion.
lots of
looks like-
Cunningham
Let me
died
do- What do
recently.
you do in your free time? My wife predicts celebrity deaths.
Yeah, but aren't they just
Hey, Crypto, my
think that
prediction is
Celine
it is
Dion's got some wasting disease or something, or
No, she just doesn't eat.
you know who he is, Jeanette? Who? Johnny Irwin? I know that Ricardo
It
Advocado.
sounds familiar, but I don't know who it is.
Is that somebody's real name?
Johnny Irwin.
It's a YouTube person, apparently. That's what he's put in brackets.
Oh, I know who that, wherever his name is, Advocado, because he's. There's a girl on YouTube, and she's called Hungry Fat Chick, and she does a lot of collaborations with him.
All right.
Johnny Irwin's his only son.
Did we
You
block
don't
it?
watch
Yeah,
TV.
I ain't got a clue.
On my list.
Isn't that him that's got cancer, Gordo? Well, that's obvious. He's going to sort of, yeah. He's got cancer.
There was other guy. Is like
Produce
a
Lord,
news anchor or somewhere.
Oh,
Oh, I saw it. He's got cancer. Some broadcaster. He does.
oh
does
yeah.
news.
I forgot what his name is now.
did put Vladimir.
Somebody sergeant, isn't it? You know him. His brother used to wrestle with Crocs in Australia. I know who he is, but this Johnny Irwin, I've never even heard of him before. But I can remember seeing it on news that he'd been diagnosed with cancer, and it was sort of like it went late stages by the time that he got diagnosed with it. Yeah, it is him that I think.
Yeah.
I don't know of him, and I've never seen him out the Homes Under the Sun or whatever.
Oh, just laughing at what Wakey just put.
Whether that is.
Wakey put, nobody in a Range Rover clipped my mirror today. Hell of a cloud of glass. My mirror was fine though. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Chris sort of had a bit of a road rage incident, but he wasn't the one road raging. It was a guy behind him, and he was sort of flashing his lights at Chris, and Chris says, I hate it when they like tailgating me. He says, and on purpose, purposely, I slow down.
Well, with 30 mile an hour.
One of my dad's favourite sayings when he had someone right up his backside is, do you want me to pull over and open a boot so he can get in
I
the
do. I pull forward and start tapping my brakes so they've got a brake behind me.
But yeah.
So I went even slower. I thought,
That is one thing that breaks on Chris. If somebody's right up his arse behind him, the same as he said, he was doing 30 in a 30 mile an hour zone.
Yeah.
And then this guy started flashing his lights at him and whatever. So Chris says, I dropped down even more. He says, just to piss him
I
off.
don't overtake down there because there's all like tram lines and stuff. On you.
Yeah,
But yeah.
My dad's old saying was, want to get any more clothes or open the boot so he can get in it.
But yeah, that is one thing that does really great on Chris. It's when the right.
People not have them on cars because they'll freaking use them.
But another thing as well, same as Chris says, if someone run out in front of me and I had to slam anchors on, it boom straight up my arse.
I had a BMW the other week, because I think it was literally the other week. Decided that was a good idea to park in the public toilets. Went straight into it.
Oh gee.
The public toilets are now destroyed.
Was it was he in dire need of a wee?
No, I think they just took the corner way too quick and decided to park in the public toilets.
Chris hasn't been out with Joan to date him because he's had a problem with his leg.
Yeah,
I think everybody in Sheffield's got that. Hardly anybody in Sheffield uses the indicator. That's another thing that grates on Chris's. Yeah.
Find the picture. What was it?
10-ton tipper doing 75. I didn't think they went that fast. Wakey.
Turbo mode. Oh, it might have been just before Christmas, actually.
But
I don't know. Where is it?
Yeah, my taxi's bad enough.
I've seen what Gordo's put. If someone's got a Jaguar S-Type.
Yeah, I just
they were on about it the other day because he got a
Yeah.
Volvo, hadn't he? And he said something about it. He was swapping it for a.
Look forward to your £1,500 to £2,000 servicing. If you look at
Gordo, that's just running for a Volvo. Well, it's probably not even. I've got 146 or 147,000 on Volvo.
So if you ever
Mercedes
are
has
on
done
the road and you're behind
216,000.
Chris, don't get too close or he'll slow down.
There you go. Public toilets are a bit buggered.
Did you do reverse parking?
No, you just went straight into it.
no, what you do is you go slowly past, put your window down, go, you can't park there, mate.
The amount of comments of that, you can't park there, mate. That was the 23rd of December. That happened. That was a good start to Christmas, wasn't it?
Because all
Rip
you
the car
running into toilets.
But this is what gets me. you know, you've got what I call boy racers, and you know, they think the big Johnny Big Balls, and you know, go tearing down roads, but they don't, you know, factor in that there's people pulling out and God knows what else.
Yeah.
People like that just run out of talent.
But yeah.
As Clint Eastwood once said, a man's got to know his limitations.
And the award for worst passenger driver.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, that's from a different angle.
Oh dear. Did they have to cut him out then, or she?
No, I think he was able to get out. Just obviously they had to have the
Safety.
They had to have the fire department there and all that, and they've had to structure the building, else it's going to fall down, and that's why the road's now closed off.
So engaging reverse wouldn't have been an option.
But it's not only that as well. When there's sort of like people that I know that's it wrong, I'm getting it all that. And...
Yeah, someone's comment. How? There we go. Someone actually did comment. Dying for a wee.
Dying for a wee.
There's that car park there, mate. Comment.
Wakey says anyone can go fast in a straight line, but show them a bend and they crap themselves. But this is it. There's a lot of, you know, as I call boy racers. But when I say boy race, it's not necessarily always boy racers. You know what I mean?
No, not always. No, it could have been something as simple as,
that's got to be a favourite comment. Free parking is on a Saturday.
Press it wrong pedal. It does happen.
New drive-through.
Thanks for me.
They probably run out of toilet roll at home, and they thought they'd do a what do they call them when they smash and grab?
Someone else commented saying, must have gone for a curry.
Yeah, he decided to ram rape toilets because they'd run out of toilet paper. Or same as Scotty said, he had a curry night before.
Have you not noticed that, Jack? There's certain things in shops now that just sell out really quick and you can't get hold of them.
But
like eggs. Honestly, it took us a while to get eggs.
Horsepower is how fast you hit the wall. Talk us how far you take the wall with you.
Oh, dear.
No, not the wall.
Understeer is where you hit the wall with the front end of the car. Oversteer is where you hit the wall with the rear end of the car.
Of course, you had the normal comment, which you expect of it being a BMW. Typical BMW.
But the thing is, I've been saying for years that I was going to take driving lessons. But I'm that nervous. I'm that nervous. I don't think I'll get through it.
But now because of my arm, because I broke my arm, it's like I'd have to have an automatic. So if I had to learn to drive, I'd only do automatic.
And they do, as I say, they do automatic driving schools. You know what I mean? But it's
but that's the only thing that I could drive if it, you know.
Yeah, but you know, I'm too nervous. Same as Chris says, I'm worst passenger. Yeah, possible. And I didn't used to be.
My friend's too confident on the road. She'll sit there and turn her head to talk to them like, watch the road, watch the road, watch the road.
I didn't used to be, but when I were expecting Callum, we were on this main road and we were driving along and this woman decided to pull out in front of us. Chris swerved to avoid her and went straight into a brick wall.
It's not that you're panicking about yourself, you're panicking more about other people on the road. You've got to watch out for them.
Then she had cheat to come running across and say, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And Chris says, "Does she look all right? She's not 8 months pregnant, you know, blah, blah, blah." And she were actually the one that rung ambulance, you know, after she'd caused all this mayhem.
Yeah.
And then she was saying, and then this is the thing, Chris knew for a fact that it were her that were driving, this woman, but she told the police that it was a mother that were driving.
Oh.
So there was some, yeah.
Yeah, she let out the seat like Batman.
Obviously back time
Just
ambulance.
been explored. Why would we been looking at that one?
They were both out at cost, and nobody, you know, nobody could disprove what she'd said, only Chris, and it's a case of he said, she said. You know what I mean?
I'm getting tired off now.
No, with your friend in the car, scream eyes front at them.
Gordo
When
says
they're not
Alexis G loose on dirt rally. She hit every tree, rock and barrier, and she only went a few hundred metres. Like hell am I letting her loose in my car?
Don't blame you.
Oh dear. But yeah. And that's sort of what's made me a bit nervous is the fact that we ended up in a brick wall, all because he didn't want to hit that woman that had pulled out in front on him. But
yeah.
So hi Joel, how are you?
Hi, Joel. Is that the French woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
She struggled to drive in a straight line. For drivers who like to look at their passenger when driving. Oh, and my mum used to drive Chris up wall. What were it? Put your flickers on.
You like to look at
Put your flickers on.
Have you seen me? What do you mean by that?
Mum told me a story. The great granddad used to always hate it when his wife was in the car because she'd be like, slow down. He's like, I'm only doing bloody 20. Shut up. Get out of the hedge. I'm nowhere near the hedge.
Well,
talking about my friend.
I think you know, Chris is like that with me because, like, when you're pulling out, I'll say, hang on, and he'll say, bloody hell, he says you're about half a mile up road. But it's always that thing, you know, like us, we're pulling out and, you know, a car hurtling towards you. It sort of takes me back to the accident, you see.
Yeah.
So
it was like whenever we used to go on trips with my nan, and it was somewhere which my nan knew how to get to. Right. Is it right or left? Won't tell me. Right. Right. Okay. Right. So we go. Actually, I think I might have been a left. Ah.
You know what that's called, don't you? You know what that's called, don't you? Twat nav.
It was always when we used to go to Donkey Sanctuary. We couldn't physically get there without getting lost.
Oh, you like Mrs.
Getting there or getting back?
No. What makes you say that? It says, "Oh, you like Mrs. Bucket?"
Who cares?
But yeah, right to laugh. I were on your nose brokes panel last night, and folks kept saying, "Is Jeanette and Ali related?"
Oh, that was funny.
You mean?
Yeah, and they says, I says, what makes you say that? Do we look alike? And they says, no, cause laugh. You laugh alike. Oh, mind the pedestrian, Richard. No, it's just
Mind
other
the
cars.
pedestrian, Richard.
It's just other cars, Gordo. But yeah.
Oh.
And did you see that comment that I don't know whether it was a troll or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Jeanette looks constipated. Yeah, I don't have trouble with my bowels.
I think that was a troll out of somewhere.
Yeah, it was dealt with.
Yeah,
swiftly.
You know what makes them think that I look constipated? Oh, she's in her 90s. Oh, I forgot what her name is now, Gordo. Does that make me look constipated? Oh dear. Oh, that did make me laugh. You know, why are you interested in my bowel movements?
You want to get to know me so well, stick your thumb up my ass.
Don't ask them if they wanted to do that, Johnny.
That person did seem a bit strange.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh well.
Listen out for this
reaction,
Oh dear. Patricia Rutledge, that's the name.
That's
Jeez,
it,
man.
Patricia Routledge. And that's the card in Keeping Up Appearances, Rover 216.
Yeah, I don't know that.
You know, in all fairness, people's bowel movements is a bit low on the list to discussing people's chat. You know what I mean?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it stings a bit.
What a podcast.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then?
You can't say you stooped to a new low because you haven't.
Oh dear. But yeah.
Felt like we've not had toilet talk when I was talking here.
Normally it's things that you put batteries in and stuff.
Well, I ought to have thought on my feet, really, and said, well, at the end of the day, you should know what being constipated is, because everything that comes out your mouth's total crap. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's sort of an afterthought, isn't it, really?
Should have said that in Pandora.
Did you other night, Johnny, when we were on about
I just
Pandora?
and said, you must have the shit because it's coming out.
A woman went to buy, I don't know if it were grandkids or her daughters, and she bought about 3 or 4, and she actually went into Pandora shop, didn't do it online, come home with these bags, and she says, just to check that I'd got right thing for right daughter or whatever, she opened them up. They were in a bag with a handle on, and the presentation boxes, opened them up and there were nothing in them.
Okay. Well, at least
Every single one, nothing in them, and she paid
well,
for them.
all got it out of the box and went, is that okay? I went, yes. Yes.
Wakey says it depends if you're talking out the arse. Hiya, Andy.
Just wait for a bitch manager to come back out with a 3 layers of makeup on.
But yeah,
you know when you fake tan so much look
how
like
can I
Donald
put it, Joel? It stopped him from having his long walk with Biscuit this morning. He said it was very painful.
Oh, I bet Biscuit's devastated.
But he's had a walk, that's the main thing, you know what I mean? But it's sort of good. I can put it goes all round, estate. Yeah, all over the place first thing in the morning. And you know that dark passage thing? It goes down there and down pub and round, and yeah, that's what he calls long walk. Well, he says I'm only able to do short walk this morning. He says, and that were, that were pushing it. He says because it was killing him. See you in a bit, Gordo.
Hey, Gordo.
Good to pick Mrs. up from work.
You know, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna.
Oh gosh.
Hey, you know, bro.
Back in. Wait a minute.
Gordo, bro.
No fiddling. Yeah, he wanted to pop it, Waking. I said, no, leave it alone.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's one of them things. It's best left alone. No popping, because you never know what you're going to start if you pop it. You know what I mean? But he's had sort of trouble with varicose veins for ages. even though he's had them done once. But obviously, it didn't solve the problem because they've come back.
In a similar vein.
But,
On the subject of rovers, it's me RC car for my next race. I just got to cut the last windows out, which is always fun.
Joel's got expensive taste Ferrari and Rolls Royce.
Why are you not lining up?
So, yeah.
Don't know why it's not lining up. Why aren't you lining up, you silly thing?
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. I enjoyed myself.
Well, these days, Rolls Royces are just glorified BMW 7 Series. Because that's all they are underneath.
Is that locked in? Yeah.
There we go. Just a BMW 7 Series with a smart set.
Where's my other bro? Tonight, them that I'm supposed to be related to.
You know who I am?
Well, yeah. Ali said last night, he says, if anybody says, are you related to Ronnie Pickering, say, yeah, he's my brother. Not that I think it'll do any good, but hey ho.
Well, there's the man himself.
I'm just says Ali and Jeanette.
Richard said if he spends any longer in the basement, he's going to freeze to death.
Sorry, Richard. Sorry, Richard. You're looking away, and I can see you.
I like Billy No, mate. It's in bottom left-hand corner.
I saw you clean.
Hi, Dr. Smith.
Yo, Dr. Smith.
This has to be one of the worst parts about doing these RC cars is...
How long have you been down there, Richard?
About 3 days.
Oh, well, you'll have to pass the message on to him, say, hope it gets better soon. Tracy's under the weather as well. She's got a bad ear.
Yeah.
She's making both mine bad.
I'm going to tell her an awful Johnny. Oh, dear.
When your wife growls at you,
But yeah. But you know as well as anybody, Johnny, especially your ears, it does get you agitated.
I've been looking after her. I'm only joking.
I know we are.
Just hurry up and get better.
Oh dear. Oh, look at your nose, bro. Talking to Joel in French.
Ooh.
But
that could have gone wrong right then. Oh,
I got to
you did nearly cut something off then, did you, Scotty?
close. I've already sliced myself once.
Don't do a Lee.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
dear.
attempting not to slice myself.
Use a
Standing
butter
up.
knife and then you got a second chance.
I'll come back
very
now.
good shout.
Have you made anything in your slow cooker since, Richard?
No. I've still got about 30 gallon frozen in freezer.
Yeah, by the way.
Oh dear. But you see that's the thing. We're living on your own. You know, you make a great big pot full of stew, and you're like eating it forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, I think I've got about 5 litres of it.
What did you say? You'd be able to feed the homeless?
No, I use it at work. So I'll tap it to work.
The dog's out.
Whose dog's that, Barney?
It's Crypto's dogs.
Jack Russell's.
It's my dog. So,
Oh,
on one.
I recognise the back.
Well, Biscuit's in his. Give him some round nose scissors.
I use them for trim
Biscuit's
dogs.
in his
definitely would
favourite
not
position, in horizontal position.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
So,
My
yeah.
dogs are getting on now. You could just chill out a bit, but no.
Yeah, they'll be alright. Once you get the pecking order right, they're alright.
Oh no, you think it'd be the mum, but she's the smallest. So it's me. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, actually, that's lucky for me. A bit of a bummer.
Everyone's got the biggest attitude, isn't it?
But
I mean, when Tara was still alive, and so we had Billy and all, when they put Tara was, even though she was smaller, she was Rottweiler bull. Asked if she was strange.
Hey, we've got one on end here, Johnny. One of them little Yorkshire Terriers and a three-legged Yorkshire Terrier at that.
The loudest dogs of all today.
God, you want it? She comes banding up to Biscuit. You know, talk about.
I used to go to my friend's house called Lee every day when we went from primary school to high school with him, right? To go to his house every day, and he had a little Jack Russell called Levi, right? The little twat at the top of it every single till they open that door.
But yeah, that
What was a bad day?
what's the name again?
I used to go for years. It didn't matter what happened, even if I went through the
Tilly.
other side door. it would attack me.
Her name's Tilly on end, and she's three-legged at this, and you know, a Yorkshire Terrier, and she comes rushing up to Biscuit. She's going, "Rev, rev, rev," you know how yappy they are.
Right, my dog, Tilla. Or my
What
dog,
does Biscuit do now? Just look down.
But she's got a right attitude on Tilly, as on end.
How's Biscuit with other dogs?
There we go.
Is he all right?
Now that.
He's
cut
all right. I mean, he's not aggressive, but I think he gets a bit
Not like being jumped
he
about.
gets nervous if other dogs come towards him. So yeah, I mean, same as Chris says, that's one of the reasons why he keeps him on lead. If he goes on a walk and there's no other dogs about, he'll let him off. But it's when they approach him that he gets sort of like, I don't know, I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but yeah, it's it's very intimidated by other dogs. I don't know why. But same as I said to Chris, it could be the fact that when that old lady had him, she had another dog, and that other dog might have been top at pecking order, and he were always underdog, let's just say.
That's why Buddy's so nervous. He was in an house full of dogs.
But we noticed something as well. I think I mentioned it a few weeks back. Chris got dustpan and brush, but he didn't get the little brush to the dustpan. He got the big sweeping brush. And I'll get there in end. Biscuit were like cowering.
So he's been hit with a brush.
So Chris says, I wonder if she's been hitting him with brush.
No.
So, but sort of Chris has reassured him and says, "Oh, I'd never hit you, and then you know what I mean. You're safe here, and you know what I mean." But yeah,
The way I've brushed with my dogs is when they're all scratching, you can't obviously put your hands in the way, so that's use the brush to try and separate them.
but
Not hit them, but put them in between.
yeah, I know what you're saying. But for him to cower, he cowered. I think she'd been hitting him with brush, and plus I think that probably reading into it is where his nervousness of other dogs come in, because the other dog probably could have picked on Biscuit. You know what I mean? He don't like.
He was getting told off.
So he's probably, if they sort of got into things, him and this other dog, she'd probably whack Biscuit over head or, hit him with a brush. So,
I
It's too
hate
not
where
very
people
well.
do that, and then they complain when the dog goes for them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you, Johnny's seen our biscuit. You couldn't wish for a softer
Oh, no,
dog.
we
His
don't.
partner met him as
No, but
well.
what I'm saying is, if it carried on, eventually the dog's going to get fed
There's
up
one
with
thing he
it.
didn't like.
But yeah,
And retaliate.
he is. Biscuit is as soft as a brush, but we think he's been through some trauma. You know,
look at Buddy, he's a nervous wreck.
I know. He did come out his shell a bit though when we come over that time. He were all over our cow like a rash. Sorry.
I love those
Hi,
kids.
Brissy.
Hiya, Brissy. So, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
It's like Korean or Japanese.
Yeah, I don't.
10 subscribers, not 10.
Yeah.
Oh well.
There you go. Jeanette's on
Oh, you've got the dreaded cold, Tim. I don't envy you,
Beat
mate.
me to it.
Don't envy.
Oh
What?
no, I hate codes.
It says hidden by Jeanette Pickering. So you ain't.
Just about I said, you beat me to it. I've already done it. You beat me to it.
Well, I was giving him a benefit of the doubt channel check when she did it.
There you are. There's the RC car.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
one of
the next
these.
one.
Yo, Brissy.
Over a P6.
Yeah.
That's getting Cornwall who does all P6 stuff. Classic Britain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched
Well,
that
that's going to look pretty terrible. It's going to be smashed up again.
What colour are you painting it?
Not sure yet because I haven't bought the paint for it.
Good answer.
doing a nice shade of whatever he's got.
You try with actual rover colours here, like tobacco leaf.
What's your favourite?
Yeah, I
colour?
don't think I'm going to find that colour. Might be blue or something. I don't know yet.
Racing green, that way.
If I could get racing green, I might. Yeah. I've got a couple of other shows to do as well, but yeah, I've got the American night coming up next month.
50 shades or whatever paints in your chest.
I've got yellow,
There you go.
but it's really bad paint. It just comes straight off again.
At least you spot it.
What's phone going off?
You have to do a bit of prep. Do
That's
some
not mine.
plastic primer.
Oh no, it's
your
just
base
quite
coat and lacquer.
it might have been that the paint was just pretty shoddy paint, or it might be because I had to paint it so quick and didn't really have time for it to kind of
Brissy
cure.
done said to
Really.
you, no, bro, thanks for the hangover.
Well, so much for Bristol Boy saying they were off at Bourbon. That didn't last long, did it?
Uh-oh, the
They
white
went to the pub to get some.
Hey? Went to pub to get some.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
forget,
Tracy.
he's about 10 hours in front.
Yeah, that's the
Well, that's lucky.
Oh,
It's usually
so-
to me.
A big crack of dawn in Brisbane. A big crack of dawn on Saturday morning for Brissy. He'll be,
No, I only
sorry,
drink on a
off
Friday
to
now.
bed.
Yeah, that is crypto
New Year's
New Year's resolution. She's only going to drink on a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only going to blink on the
It's
Friday.
good. I don't blame me. It's not my fault this time.
that's what it looked like.
With the wheels.
Yeah.
So how come you're getting? How come you're getting blamed then, crypto?
I have no idea.
What, the bourbon? Or yeah,
I didn't tell him to go out and buy it.
It's crypto's fault, is it?
but
No,
crypto
not my
said
fault this time.
Crypto said in chat last night. you know, we're often chatting and he'll just say, I'll be right back. And he goes to pub and leaves the ring in there.
No, he don't leave me hanging there. No, he goes to the pub first to get a drink and then he goes, right, then I'll message you when I'm back. Then we'll come up and have a drink. Right, he don't leave me hanging.
I thought you meant when you said he often leaves me to, you know, to go to pub. I thought you meant.
People won't get the reference of the channel.
Away and he'll just, you know, Bro wants to know what car it is. What did you say it were?
That is a Rover P6, that one.
A Rover P6 there.
I know you're joking, Brissa.
I'll go get me other shells, hang on.
But I couldn't do out like that. It's too fiddly for me, and I'd lose I'd lose my rag. But yeah,
that one, no.
I'm all right with baking. Oh, did I tell you we're making flapjacks on Tuesday?
Oh, like flapjacks.
Yeah. Biscoff
I don't have to
flapjack.
It's
That's
flapjack
my
is old,
American
isn't it?
shell.
But I says we haven't done flapjacks for ages. Now, I sent Tracy 2 recipes and she says, well, I've got Biscoff. So, but it does say, if you're listening, Tracy, variations. Add some chopped pecan nuts to the flapjacks. No, that one's ruled out for a start. Dried fruit such as apricots or raisins would also make a tasty addition. I'm sort of a bit on fence with that one. So it says dip each square of the flapjack into melted chocolate and allow to set for an extra indulgent treat. So I thought, because when they've come out of the oven, you warm some Biscoff up and you drizzle it on. But I thought, put a layer of Biscoff on top of the flapjack and then melt some chocolate and put a layer of chocolate on top. So yeah, so that were me just thinking out loud. You know, if you've got a base of flapjack, then you put a layer of Biscoff spread, and then on top of that you put melted chocolate. Does that sound all right to you? Oh, and then the last one, it says, add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon to the flapjacks to really bring out that flavour. You might do that as well. So yeah.
There's it.
But his other alternative was chocolate chip cinnamon cake. So yeah, that's yeah. Did you hear all that, Tracy? Sorry about, you know, did you hear? Yeah, sorry.
That's how one of my RC shells ended up after racing it.
Oh dear.
That was the hearse race.
I was going to say, it met the same fate as that one that crashed into toilets.
Yeah, it definitely looked the part once I finished. Didn't last very long. I was one race.
I went to the tip the other day. Do you know when I got rid of all that stuff out of the caravan?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm like? I'm a bit of a bugger.
He's going to show us something he got from tip.
I better come back with more than he went away with.
Out his car. And look what he gave me. Hang on. Ships in bottle.
Ooh.
Tell you, come back with more.
Johnny's the only person I know that can go to tip to get rid of all his crap and come back with other things.
Oh wow!
He's got a ship on a plinth, and then he's got
ship not only that.
Well,
no, anybody recognise this pot?
Or is it a camera?
Yeah.
And binoculars.
See the handle partner, so probably know which one it is.
One of these old-fashioned ones that
Media Museum.
Oh,
Like a
brownie
brownie.
camera.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's a box brownie. Remember?
Yeah, you should send that to
Nice.
Science Media Museum.
Was it a camera?
I'm used to different
Yeah.
box brownies,
Oh,
Johnny, but
Yeah,
yeah,
box
I have
brownies.
seen them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Tracy. We could put the teaspoon of cinnamon in, and then once they've got back to that oven, drizzle
We got the old
some,
guys at
drizzle some Biscoff spread on it, and then sort of put some chocolate on top of that.
Poor bugger said his wife had passed away and he's moving out of the house and into a little flat. So.
Oh, bless him.
Do you know what he said about that? He went, get that on that internet and you'll make some money with that.
Yeah, it should be in a museum, that camera.
There's only Johnny can go to tip and come back with stuff.
The shipping the bottle's pretty good. He actually he made
You
that.
could hold out toilet and still smell of roses.
He
Yeah,
made them. and when he did that, look, it's
that's my motto for Johnny.
sealed in, look. Wax sealed it in as well.
You know, only person that can fall in shit and come up smelling of
Yeah,
roses.
camera has some of them in bottles. Shit. Got a few of them.
He's got some really big ones at home, he said, but he's taking them with him. Really big ones, he said, that he'd made. So he's made little like battleships for years as a kid and all that. Made
So we
big
were
ones,
actually
all like
taking
that.
them to tip then.
He was chucking them in.
Run into him.
We're about to chuck them into the tip.
Oh.
What's it say? What you got? What you chucking? Can I have it?
No, he actually said to me, do you like little ships in bottles? I went, oh, they're nice. He went, well, you can have them. It's better than chucking them. And next minute, he was giving me that camera as well. So.
Oh, bless
So you actually
him.
didn't get them out of the You got them off the navel.
No, you're not allowed to. Once he goes, it's skip, it's counts as property.
mm.
If he gives you it while he's next to you, there's nothing they can do about it. But the minute it touches that
Yeah.
skip, it's there.
Yeah,
But yeah, so you rescued him before he actually chucked him into the skip. Johnny to the rescue again. Instead of a Santa suit, he ought to swap that now for a Superman suit or something like that. You know.
Need a cake, need a cake.
Next Monday/Tuesday, that caravan's getting flattened.
You didn't see that, did you? It were off. It were off camera. It was a one-fingered salute. Yeah.
Is it the 3,
I might put some sultanas in it,
2, 1.
Tracy. Yeah. Not that one, that one.
3, 2, 1.
I mean,
Tracy's
Sean
been
wrote
raving
that-
on about a wedding ring because I lost mine years ago. I'm going to have it tattooed on my finger.
Were you there when Shauna were like she'd got this great big massive lathe, and
Yeah.
she says my New Year, well, not my New Year's resolution. She says, but I intend to learn how to use it. And right at very end, when they'd gone off air, Hazy says to her, he says, whatever you do, he says, you know, just think of safety. He says, because they can be lethal, them blades and whatever. And she were on about, she were messing about and saying something about, you know, next time I come on, blah, blah, blah. I says, whatever you do, Shauna, I says, just make sure it's not that middle finger. I says, you can cut rest on them off. I says, but just make sure that one's intact. Oh dear.
I've got one of those, but not as big as that. But they are lethal. If you can either smash a chisel or the wood can just shatter in your face. So you got to be careful.
But yeah, you know.
Matt, you can't buy cheap chisels and stuff. You got to buy decent clever if you're doing it like that.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's only about like that.
But yeah, you won't get me near one of them, Johnny. Yeah, it'd start up and I'd be going, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean?
I've got a proper router table as well that does all different shapes, you know, for like skirting boards and combing and all that. Yeah.
I mean, you know, mixers, you know, baking, whatever. But when it comes to out like that, sort of big machinery now.
And I said to Ailey's partner, do you fancy helping me knock a caravan down? His eyes lit up. He went, do I get to smash stuff on you?
You're knocking it down now.
I said, I've got an hammer from that side, hammer. So that's how I'm.
No,
Were you knocking your caravan down?
The old one.
Oh,
The one that's had the
It won't tow, so it needs cutting up.
oh well, the one that had new neighbours.
Yeah, new residents.
Yeah, Roland.
Squatters.
Yeah.
Rodent squatters.
Oh,
Yeah.
squatters.
Roland Hilton, as Johnny says.
Rodent squatters.
Because that's got that caravan over for years. The soil underneath should be belting for growing stuff. I need to get. I want to get seriously into growing out veg and that this year. I enjoyed it last year, but I need a
The
bit
good
more
life.
land. Need a bit more land.
And the greenhouse. Get a
No, where's
greenhouse,
come
you
for
know.
my spuds if there's a shortage of spuds, Johnny.
What I do is I whack a frame together, partners, and I've got loads of rolls of black, white, really thick plastic, and when you fold it out like that, it's massive.
I should do what Martin Butler did.
Rolls of like that.
Polytunnel.
That's
Oh,
what basically I
tunnel,
do.
yeah.
I just whack a couple of pallets together, stick a roof on it, and cover
Yeah,
it.
you get out of stuff now. Being a jump.
Only
Johnny
them
did.
words can come out of Johnny's mouth. I'll whack a couple of pallets together.
Well, I've actually got a frame out there already from last year, if you remember rightly. I got that for free. Then.
But yeah, the only person that can say that, you know, like I'll just whack a conservatory up, or I'll just whack a, you know,
Well, I was stopping it a couple of days. You might as well
pirate
take advantage
ship.
of the fact.
I'll whack a pirate ship up out in back garden, and
Oh, keen to see what's
That was a
wrong.
pile of decking with that.
but
Old decking. Oh,
Decking on the decking.
I mean, porch is 40 foot of fencing. Literally.
and only thing he bought for it were window and door.
Yeah, the windows and the doors, and the big panel for the roof. That was 20 quid. I cried on it over. It wasn't even new. Even I went to recycling wood centre to get that. I didn't buy that new. A big sheet of plyboard, it cost me a few quid.
Yeah.
It's
But
expensive. It's ply. I bought some other week.
That's a really thick plyboard though. And it's a sheet of, what is it?
Right.
7 foot by
It's
7 foot by 5
usually
foot.
8x5 plywood.
Yeah, I got an 8x4 18 mil and it from B&Q and it was 43 quid.
how much?
43.
She went, do you mind if it's got paint on it? I said, well, no, I'm covering it in felt anyway. It was graffitied. They might have put a bit of paint. But they'd unscrewed it from a building.
Should be what it should have. You have gone
It did the job though.
got it out of a
Got that
skip.
roof out there.
Yeah.
Just follow Johnny's lead, Richard. He'll not steer you wrong.
I needed
I've
about
got
50
the
sheets.
sofa.
So.
And he'll have it for a new flat. That one out caravan. So that's sorted that out. It's a nice sofa that as well. Let's link it back together.
Pardon me.
So that'll clear it out completely, and then I can just dismantle it and take what I want off it and smash the rest up.
Just hope you don't come across any Rollins while you're there.
Oh no! There's only
Yeah.
no. I boxed it all off. You can't get in there.
But
Found the hole. You could have put your fish through it. It's an old caravan. Though. It's 1984.
they must have known you were coming, Johnny, because you didn't come across any while you were
All the
clearing it.
skylight things, all the little windows out of the bathroom area and the kitchen area. I'm going to keep all them, and possibly the door, and then just knock
You
the
know
whole
what
way.
you ought to do? You ought to put some strapping on that thing.
No, because it swelled it up.
Oh.
You want to get that checked out, Chris? Don't mind waiting.
I know.
You got them.
Honestly, Johnny, I'm not kidding you. It's like that size.
Want to check a walk-in centre, bud?
That size.
You better hope they don't move into the other caravan afterwards.
It's like bulging.
You know, I said that to you, Corey.
And he kept winding me up last night. And he kept saying, "Should I pop it? Should I pop?" I said, "You in there, and I'll pop you one."
Probably pop it.
No, the other one's got all proper vents still on underneath. You can't get in.
Yeah.
He hadn't actually done anything, Tracy. He's had for as long as, for years and years and years, I had problem with varicose veins. Now, out of nowhere, it's like about that size, and it's like a bulge on his leg. In all essence, if you were to look at it, it looks like a cyst or something, but it's not. And when he took Biscuit for a walk, he says it were hurting him.
Oh, yeah, you're doing now.
Yeah, cheers, Brissy. I'm on water again.
I'm gonna
I'm
grab
on
a
the
beer.
juice.
I've got a drink today.
So,
I'm
I was
so
on the juice.
I said
It's
to him,
Friday.
Yeah.
if it's still like it on Monday, get off to doctor's week, because they've got to do something about it, rather than him sort of pop it or it pop on its own, and you know, you don't know what could happen. But if it's done in a you know, like a doctor's environment, you know that, you know. So but yeah, it's not nice to look at, and it's hurting him when he walks. So, but he hasn't really done anything. It's just that it's painful. So, so yeah, you know what I mean. And to top it off, it's on that leg where he had that bad cellulitis in it. So he still needs, you know, messing about and whatever with that. So anybody that knows, I mean, it's like from his ankle to his knee, it's red. But that'll never change, because when he had the cellulitis, it got sort of, you know, saucer-sized blisters that big.
Yeah, me best mate's dad's had it twice, I think now.
But yeah, they've told him that it'll not improve. It's going to be like that. It's essentially scarring and blah blah blah. Well, it's just a boat. Well, it's sort of just round. It's on the same leg anyway. So I says, don't take any chances. Get in doctor's with it. I mean, if they say come in and we'll pop it.
Probably ask us to take a photograph and send it by that thing then to do the old.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to come in.
Yeah.
Just see that Dr. Sandra Lee.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, I was just going to
Go
say, well, everybody knows Dr. Sandra Lee. It's
What is it? Is it hard?
Hey?
Is it like a blister? What is it? It's like a blister. Is it hard?
It's I don't know. I didn't touch it, Crypto, to be honest.
What did you say?
Is it hard?
Yeah, it's hard, but it's
I hope he's talking about the blister.
It's a,
that sounds a bit dodgy, that, doesn't it?
it's hard, but it hurts to touch. In that case, you definitely need to see a doctor.
What would they do? What would they do? Drain it?
I don't know.
I'd go to hospital with
Well,
it.
it's moved
Yeah.
off the money.
Take a picture and I'll send it to Crypto. I'm not sending it to anybody else, but yeah.
No, I just thought because if it's hard, that obviously you can't pop it. So that have to
It's like
drain
a
it.
Rubik's Cube, but the more you play with it, the harder
You're
it
not the
gets.
hospital nearby.
But yeah, I mean, you know, in all essence, I don't know way I can describe it. It looks like a cyst, cyst.
Right.
We think it's like a blockage in his vein or something to that effect. And that's why it hurts when you
will
walk.
have to drain it then.
It's essentially blocking the blood flowing around his veins.
Yeah.
Right, I had two options because she's put that sponge thing on top and I can't get it in the fridge. So I got one of each.
Tracy says she wouldn't weigh it, but
That baker's wedged all the cans into the corner, so I can't get Yeah, you do with that thing, don't you? You two
But-
make that in a shop, you're bloody bankrupt with thickness.
What you eating, Scotty? I've got to ask you. I keep seeing them.
Well, don't look over here. You'll catch one with your pants down.
What's that? Chocolate.
Oh,
fingers.
chocolate thing. Oh,
Chocolate fingers.
I'm going
That's not
fully York.
I, Joel.
I'm going fully York.
Oh, I see that.
Chris has took a picture and it says it looks like a third nipple.
Don't say any nitpicks.
Amanda.
Oh, what? A dick pic? It's not a dick pic.
Yeah, nipple, nitpick.
Taking piss out my nipple.
There's a man with the golden gin.
Only your third one. Chris. Only your third one.
Imagine if you do
Well,
what you
he's
think
got
of that
a fair
fight.
one.
It's sending you that.
Chop that one up, now.
Okay.
Okay.
Johnny, I wouldn't employ you behind a bar.
Oh, no, I'll drink your profit.
Yeah, Chris has said.
In.
Chris has said I can show it to you, but no, it's not his groin. It is that line you can see is his knee. His knee.
Oh, his knee. Right, with his knee.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Chris, you need to get
Oh,
that.
All excited.
Yeah, don't get
Yeah,
excited.
that doesn't look good.
It into what's it on his arse? It's his
I'm
leg.
going to show you, I'm not getting. You need to get that checked out quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
don't look good.
Done.
It might be worse if it actually does burst.
No,
That's
pissing about.
exactly what I've said to him,
Yeah.
Crypto. I says if he
There's
cuts
one
it
piece that
and
I
it
go
does
now.
burst, you're
Right.
going to be up shit creek
Yeah.
without a paddle.
Mm.
Trouble is, if you know,
Yeah,
when he
get
gets a
to-
doctor's appointment, by the time that it comes to time of appointment, he'll either died or recovered.
Can you go as an
Exactly.
emergency? Don't worry.
Christ, flatness.
But the way it looks like it might be on his arse, Brit, isn't it? It's his sort of just to the side of his knee.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
You know,
chicken
Brit,
You
wing.
should
so
think
it's
you bank it
like
or
like
you bank
one.
it or something.
Yeah.
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 Right, it's gone down a bit now. That's all right.
But anyway,
Yes.
you've
Maybe
seen
it's
the
for the day.
photo, and yeah, it caused him a hell of a.
Yes,
Oh.
Joe.
Sometimes you will.
Yeah.
This is a heavy duty
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I get that.
I've got water, Joel. I'm on strong stuff water.
I've got nothing.
Well, I must admit, though, that's ice cold. Yum, yum, yum.
So now you can understand when he was showing it me last night, and he says, "Oh, this has come up," and he says, "Oh, should I pop it?" I kept saying, "No, leave it."
You don't know what you're popping.
Chris, I'd
Yeah,
rather
you,
find
need,
a site
you really
with
need to go to hospital with that because it could be a DVT.
Yeah,
that is along them lines.
to make sure
Waiting around for days.
that needs
DVT.
sorting or lancing or
It's deep vein thrombosis. It's a blood clot in your leg.
You can look
Struggling to walk
online,
with it,
but
that's
it's
usually
probably
a
paying off.
DVT.
Don't you have a walking centre anywhere near you?
You know,
We do. Is that walking
I,
centre shut now?
They're all night out there.
it's just normal blistering.
Well, we did have, but there was talks of shutting it down. So I don't know whether it's still open or whatever.
Can you actually send the picture
Crime watch.
you send the picture to the hospital or the doctors, and then they'll say if it's an emergency or not?
I know
Yeah.
if it's
But
crime watch,
same as Chris has
Email
just
them.
said, like when you ring our doctors and you try to explain where it is, they'll send you a link so you can. Hey, oh, Johnny's got
Yeah.
Chris, Ian just said he's turned on Crime Watch, so I'm in disguise.
Yeah, me too.
but yeah, you know, what
Well,
they
it's
do
done,
is
lovely.
they send you a link so you can send them a picture of it.
Anyway, partner said I'm on some file somewhere, so I should keep these on.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, because I need you to tell you if it's an emergency to go in or it really needs seeing to.
I would just
Hey,
walk in- I'd just nip into hospital.
Ian's been
Honestly.
pervy now, saying he likes the net. Look, it's actually mesh. It's like a meshy top.
For what it is, I would just walk into hospital with it.
Yeah, I bet you got your
Any-
high knee
any
length
nurse
boots
or
under
doctor
there
would
as well,
have an
haven't
idea
you?
what it is at the first glance.
But he's not felt unwell with it. It's just uncomfortable. Hey, up, partners. Partners in disguise now. It's a very strange place to keep a testicle. Hey, up, I've just thought something. Do you think
Darkness, you don't want to be recognized. He doesn't want to be recognized.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Oh dear.
I'm feeling left out now.
I look like ZZ Top now. Get your move.
Now you say so, Johnny. You do, actually.
Johnny, you have the look of a rocker. You rock.
Oh, thank you. Carry on, Gav.
If everybody puts a baseball hat on and sunglasses, and they say,
What?
can you pick the suspect out of the lineup? They can't possibly pick suspect because everybody's got baseball hat on and sunglasses on.
I've got no shades. I've got no shades.
Now, are you referring to Johnny Tracy? She says you look like my dad with them. Oh, Ailey said.
I got no sunglasses.
No, I've got no sunglasses. I've got a cap, no sunglasses.
I think they are your dads. I've just got them out of draw.
Maybe.
Don't
Just
know.
get me your baseball cap or hat or
I've
something.
got a cap too, but I have to look for you.
I've got a cap.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's cap party.
Whoa.
Cap
Nails,
party.
it's an NFL.
I can always put two on.
It's a good job, but yeah, she says sexy. Your nose bro says it's easy.
Oh no, it's black.
Well, Trey, you know where to find me. I'm up here.
There you go.
Shit. Rock on, partners. Thumbs up, that's all you're getting. You won't do the rock on bit, Parky.
No,
There you go.
Hold on, I need some.
Hey, Scotty's in now. Hey.
I'm
Hey,
gonna go get
Jason.
some shades and get a drink. 1 minute.
Come on, Richard.
I can't really see with them on though.
I ain't got those sunglasses either. Well, I have, but I don't know where they are. So yeah. Oh, where's Richard gone? Has he gone to find it out? We've all got
Easy
that on.
talk, just mute them.
There we go. I can see.
You must have a small head because that not even fit on my head.
Don't adjust it.
I'm not adjusting it.
Don't break it.
Somebody will come on now that normally comes on and I think, what's going on here?
We're doing Crime Watch a Crime Watch lineup.
good incognito.
Come on, Joelle. Have you got a cat?
I don't know where my Def Leppard cap is.
Oh dear. Never mind.
Oh, you're looking great.
It's Chris's
Wow,
hat. They've
wow,
put
wow.
their band on it. oh.
Looks like you got a cigarette.
Tracy's got some nice caps. She collects caps, so she's got some nice ones.
Oh, he's got a small head though, because that only just sits on my head. But
I don't know where my third
Better than the Santa hat in it for a few months.
yeah, well, that's messed my hair up a bit now.
Yeah, Keena got quite distressed when I said I was going to cut it.
Oh, dear.
Be about here by
extremely
then.
long elf hat. Apparently
At
I'm
least
full right now.
It's a BMW cap, Park Nest.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah.
That's all I've got to hand.
So for anybody that's just joining, we're all practicing for Crime Watch. You know, we're practicing as get up for when we appear on Crime Watch, you see.
Can't see no, me. I'm glasses on.
Yeah, that's my problem.
I'm going to say our team, but yeah.
I'll keep the cap on there. Yeah. I look like a fisherman.
Or a what?
Eastern birthday.
Hillbilly. Hey, oh, we've got Ian in the house.
Yeah, Ian. Oh, is it-
No, he's got his dressing gown on.
What's
No.
this? Ian in the kitchen.
Talking of third nipples.
Oh dear.
See ya.
Good to see you, Ian. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
We've got to be quiet. We can't do that, Ian, I'm afraid.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Hey!
Wow.
These are Dave. Oh, this is stupid. Oh, down. I can't even see.
Crypto's killing it. Like, I'm gonna have
Ian's
to put mine
usually
back
in
on.
bed by
I
now,
can't
aren't you?
even see.
I look a bit shit now next to you, Crypto. I have to put my glasses back on. Let me know where the screen is and I'll type.
Oh, my God.
Can't hear anyone.
Why you don't hear us?
Oh, good at this end.
We can't hear him, and he says he can't hear anybody. Ian.
Who can't hear anyone?
No, we can't hear you.
Apple device.
To talk about him then.
Oh, Ian.
Now he's muted.
I think he's on a tablet thing.
Mm.
Yeah, he's on a crapple. Yeah, they are rubbish. This is an iPhone 6S, it don't work. Bag of crap.
He's saying Yorkshire.
Why?
He's being polite. All right, back
Ian's asking why, and I went, I don't know.
Try coming out completely.
Martin.
But yeah, no matter what they tried, he couldn't get no sound.
I can't get.
Jeanette, what do you think of Harry, the Prince Harry latest book, new book
Oh,
called Hair?
He's doing an interview as well on Sunday. Here in UK, there's an interview coming out on Sunday.
He'd have never done that if he
Doesn't
wasn't
he
that
just
picture.
gonna
But this is the thing. This is the thing. They've shown you excerpts of the interview. Now, this is what irks me so much. Is he's throwing all these allegations about, but he's open for a reconciliation. So why throw all these allegations out if you're open for a reconciliation?
You can't.
He was fine till he met Megan. She's a right twisting, manipulating bitch. That's why
You know what I mean? To me, that is total BS.
Yeah.
She was a third-rate actress when he met her.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? You throw allegations out left, right, and centre, but then when he's interviewed, he's open for a reconciliation with his brother and his dad.
Mm.
Yeah, by accusing his brother of being the one who bought him his Nazi fancy dress outfit.
And he's accusing of him of actual bodily harm as well.
Oh, they're pathetic. He was fine till, like I say, he was fine till he met Megan. Some women can turn you funny.
All that is a question of money as well, so it's both.
Yeah, they moved to California for the quiet life, and then they haven't been out of the bloody limelight ever since.
Exactly.
He doesn't want
Exactly.
to be part of the royal family. I understand. It's his choice, but then he keeps fighting and.
Yeah, but as well,
Every time they do a royal event, he wants to come.
but this is another thing that I can't understand.
Mm.
He boasts when he was fighting in Afghanistan, he killed 25 people.
I heard
Who
about
does that?
Well, the war is on
No, yeah.
Who boasts that they've killed 25 people?
No, it was called friendly fire.
Yeah.
Shooting it wrong direction.
And it comes to a bit of a sticky thing because the interviewer mentions his drug habit as well.
Oh yes, cocaine. I heard. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is that he's
That's to
so
help him with
sad
being
in his
ginger.
life for good reasons, for good grounds.
you know what I mean. You can sort of
Coma, so
you can sort of put it down to I don't know. I mean, I've not
Modern day
it's
addiction.
only sort of shown you little excerpts of it, but yeah, I mean, it could say, well, it were the fact that I lost my mother at such a young age, blah blah blah. You
If
know
the
what I
book's
mean?
cheap enough, I'll buy it because I need some toilet roll.
But you know what I mean? There's no excuse. He is a member of the royal family, and to me, one, the Nazi fancy dress,
Oh,
two,
that was you, a
the
kid, then,
drugs
that was-
use. It's not becoming of a person that's supposed to be a member of the royal family.
Yeah, but he's suffering from being ginger, you know.
Don't insult gingers, Johnny.
what a joke!
There's no wrong with ginger.
Right.
Don't insult gingers.
He went to California where he can't step outside.
I saw it redhead.
No, it's sad because if someday he divorces from Meghan with Meghan, it's going to be a disaster for him.
Yeah, it's going to have nobody.
It's like
She'll take it
he's
for
not
every
strong
penny he's
enough
got.
to cope
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
it.
I'm happy to take this off. It's driving me mad.
If that does happen and he gets divorced from Meghan, he's going to have nobody because he's alienated
Yeah,
every
that's-
single person that's close to him.
And the family is the main thing in life.
So,
Yeah, it's getting to me after a bit.
but you know, while I'm not disputing the fact that he says William attacked him, it's
Well,
another one of he said, she
Because
said
it's
sort of
part
thing,
of
you know what I mean?
private family. We have nothing to do with that, and we don't care about it. Here in France, every channel is speaking about this,
Yeah.
about his book.
Yeah.
So he's going to sell millions of copies.
But the thing that, but this is another thing that got me. Apparently, it was published in Spain without anybody knowing. So people have already read it before it's actually been
released
published.
in Spain first, or something like that.
So yeah, I don't think that's sort of a bit of a mistake. I think there's sort of reasoning behind that somehow.
We all know in 6 months' time it's going to be in basket next to Jeremy Clarkson's in a reduced basket.
Oh dear. Terry's going on at you now. She says, "How rude, Johnny! Leave us gingers alone." No wrong with being ginger.
I thought you were strawberry blonde, sorry.
I love gingers.
But yeah, you know, you're not telling me
Well, before my beard went extremely grey, right? It was ginger.
book being published in Spain before anywhere else were a mistake. Let's just think about it, because Spain has got the biggest expat than anywhere else.
Huh?
No, Spain has got the biggest population of expats from the UK in Spain. Yeah. I don't think it was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake. I think it's a very well planned ruse, if you ask me. So,
And even for his children growing up, there are details that they don't need to know.
yeah,
Like,
I
cocaine
agree.
or-
I agree.
Uh,
But yeah,
I don't know. I think he's really unhappy, actually. If he's gone too far like that, he must be. But it's a question of money because he's married to.
but this is the thing. This is the thing, Joel. Once you've got that ball rolling, you can't stop it.
That's right.
Well, Megan met him at Close to Fame, was laying over a van selling burgers in a bikini.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing about all these accusations. Once you've started that ball rolling, you can't stop it. I agree with you, Brissy. I think it were a marketing ploy.
So I don't get influenced by any of that.
As marketing play, yes. As Brissy is saying.
Yeah.
Marketing only works if you watch it.
You know, I mean, sort of my sort of outlook on it is each and every one of us, somewhere along the line, has had problems with his families. You know what I mean? But because he's a royal, it's there splashed everywhere. You know what I mean?
He's a royal pain in the ass.
So, you know, it's sort of...
The royal family is well respected, has a good opinion abroad, overseas, and even if at some point with Diana...
They've got a bit steady on his dad, Charles, anyway, because his dad doesn't look right.
I mean, I hate to say this.
Respected worldwide.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but Elizabeth would be turning in the grave if she was still around when all this came out.
I think that's a lot. I know she was knocking on quite a lot, but I think a lot of the stress killed her off. She just lost her husband. She lost the best confidant that's been with years.
And another thing as well is, you know, this Netflix series, what they did, it were a massive flop, so he's got to make some money somewhere.
And the podcast only did 4. Listen, the Sleeping Channel got more views than the podcast.
But yeah, you know, it's been said openly in the press that because the Netflix docu whatever it were a flop, they need to reel in some cash from somewhere.
They tried to get rid of Joe Rogan, didn't they? Say it was his fault because he'd slagged them off, but
Forget about Jerry Springer.
Oh God!
I thought they were allowed to give him a name.
Chris has just said,
yeah, but
We can't see your
marrying
eyes
your cousin
now.
is a shocking thing now, Chris.
yeah. Can you imagine them on Jerry Springer and Kate and Meghan going into blows with each other?
Well, that'd be entertainment, that would.
Pulling each other's hair and wrestling each other to the floor.
Yeah, tonight on Jerry Springer, my ginger partner's a minger.
Yeah. I mean, I'm this way. You make your bed, you lie in it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So
Did
if
the
there's any
DNA test,
repercussions,
Royal Milton, baby.
you know, if there's any repercussions, they're going to come back to him. That's all I'm saying.
I've got to chat on my phone, man. Full screen because I ain't got my glasses on.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's the thing, because he's a royal and she's married to a royal. They can do whatever they want, in my opinion.
Yeah, tells us to stay on the planet about flying around the world and then living in his house with 6 bathrooms.
Oh yeah, and then in this
The water
interview,
I drink, Jeanette Volvic, it's the water I drink. Not tonight.
I always and it's sugar free. It's the sugar free one, and I love the lime and lemon one. Yeah, and
I like
then
in my own water.
and then it goes on in this interview on about the cottage that they lived in. You know what I mean? We're talking rent free. You know, they didn't have to pay anything, and then they're slagging them off because they put them in a minute cottage. He said.
My new cottage would be about 5 bedrooms,
Yeah.
6,000 bathrooms.
Talk about, you know, biting and feed you. You know what I mean?
I think it's indecent at the moment with what people are going through with unemployment, cost of living, cost of electricity, and all that. It's
But this was sort of when I don't know whether it were before he married Meghan or just after he married Meghan.
This is more like it.
They got this cottage. I don't know whether it were given to them or they got anyway. They weren't paying out towards anything, but he's got the cheek to slag them off because they put them in this tiny cottage. You know, define tiny. You know what I mean? Same as Chris says. What we, you know,
It's bigger than my house.
what he defines as small, I mean, same as Chris says, it probably had 5 bedrooms and, you know what I mean? Tim says, do you think you're Tom Cruise?
You talk aviators with Tom Cruise.
But yeah, you know what I mean? And that's the, you know, stereotypical biting hand that feeds you, you know what I mean? Well, what does he want? Did he want to take over Buckingham Palace? You know what I mean?
That's jealousy as well, because he's not going to be the king, and he knows that, and it's. I think it's trauma.
I think it's the French rebellion, and I'm not even French.
I don't think in this lifetime that Harry will ever become king. Never.
Never. Unless all the family of William's family children die.
Because if let's say, for instance, Charles dies and William gets crowned king, and that it automatically goes to his children.
That's the thing. It goes straight to William and then to William's children, not
children.
Harry.
Yeah. So in actual fact, if it happens to Charles and William becomes king, and God forbid it happens to William, George will be the next king.
Yeah.
And in subsequent, you know, when George and Charlotte and Louis are grown up and have children of their own, it's passed to them. So, you know, there's no way.
2 years and they're getting divorced, and it'll be a massive.
Yeah, there's no way that Harry would ever become king, and I think that's probably what's irking him.
He's somebody to go up and smack him straight in the face and say, "Wake up, your wife's a bitch."
Yeah, but they knew that from the beginning. They knew that anyway.
Harry. What happened to the fun-loving guy? Unless you cute.
But this is the thing, and you notice sort of a reoccurring thing. When William got with Kate, they split up and then reconciled, and then they got married. And the same happened with Harry. With Meghan Markle, they split up, and then they reconciled, and then they got married.
I call it Meghan the Malarkist.
Meghan Malarkey.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's a reoccurring thing, because Kate and William split up after they first got together, and then they reconciled, and then they got married.
Well, you see what Meghan's like with her own parents. The mother didn't want all to do with her, and the father did want something to do, but then he got dragged into all the limelight, which he didn't want in the first place. So he's lost her now.
But it's like this, Johnny.
The sense he's always been a manipulator.
You know, he spoke out of turn to the press. So, you know,
the most beautiful people in the world can have the most coldest hearts and be the most nastiest people underneath.
He hates the press and he talks to the press. So there's something.
Yeah, exactly.
His own privacy. And then did a Netflix special.
You've got to be coherent in life.
I don't want to speak. Leave us alone. I'm just going to do this podcast.
Well, you know, his memoir's called.
Hang on a minute. All my listeners have fallen asleep and gone onto the sleeping channel where they're getting more views.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next question. Where did they get the title of the book from?
I bet she chose it.
What's it called again? Spare, did you say, partner?
And I understand. I learned. I know the word because you've got with cars spare parts, spare time.
Yeah, on the back it says Haynes Manual.
Has anybody had the cheek to ask why it's called that? You know, what's the insinuation behind that title?
I think it's because everybody goes spare when they've read it.
You know what I mean? You know, we could sort of, you know, go back and forth all night long. But when all's said and done, only they can answer that question. Why is that the title of the book?
Because I think they're known.
because he was advised by someone. It's revenge. It's like a revenge. It means that he's last in the, he's out of the system. Is I don't know, but he
What were you
decided
going to
to
say,
be out of the
Richard?
system. So,
Sorry?
What were you going to say?
I've forgotten now.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Meghan and Markle sponsored by Tesco. Every little help.
Please, please explain to Joe Public such as yourself why it's called Spare. You know what I mean? What's the meaning behind the title? Because I mean, you're not telling me we just the only ones to be asking the same question. Why is
It's
it
called Spare because there's room for book 1, 2, and 3.
No, I think he's implying that he were spare, no longer required by the royal family. Spare part.
Yeah.
He took himself
Yeah,
out of the equation, though, didn't
Really, I
he?
don't know what the problem is. I mean, they're loaded. Even Meghan Markle, they'll never need money. So I don't see what they've got to get.
Yeah,
Or maybe he's just being sent a bit spare.
Unless he's
Yeah,
after
what
some
sense,
spare
yes.
money, that's why it's called it
He's gone
spare.
spare.
But
He's worth 60.
Gordo, I entirely agree with you there. The only drip feed the newspapers, reporters, etc., what they want you to know.
Oh, I've been doing that for a long
It actually
time.
comes from the expression "hair in the spare," because William's next in line.
I basically say that mainstream media is dead
So it's
now.
basically surplus.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, in my honest opinion, there's nobody else to blame except for Harry and Meghan,
Exactly.
because they
I think
removed
if he got away
themselves.
from her, he'd go back to how he used to be.
They removed themselves.
He's been
But
blinded
I
by love, hasn't he? So
I don't think, in all honesty, let's say something does happen and they get divorced, and he comes back to the UK with his tail between his legs, blah, 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 blah. There'd be a lot of people say, well, you made your bed you lay in it. You know what I mean? You've shot your bolt with, royal family, anybody else that's concerned.
if you got rid of the bitch, I could be persuaded.
But
Go on,
yeah,
Mike,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? He's made too many enemies to ever. I don't think yeah. I don't think.
That is true, partners. It could be.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
Are you all right, guys?
Say something.
Hello, Steve.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Can you not speak? You're one of them.
Yeah, it's all right, Steve. We put it world to rights by discussing royal family.
Oh, don't go there. I'll be all
Harry.
right with you.
Harry.
You know what I mean? We want to know what's behind the title of the book, Spare. You know what baby is eating on. I'm boiling. Yeah.
Yeah, like, the whole thing is my wife
Hey, Lee.
called it
Good evening.
Hey, Brother Lee.
sorry. The whole thing on I think it was Netflix about like Meghan and Harry sort of thing.
That
You know,
flop,
Yeah,
you mean?
Whatever it was. But like there was way of doing things. There's also this way like you should never like at the end of the day there might be the royal family, but they're still his family. It's that simple. You should never crap on your own family sort of thing. That's the
Yeah.
way
Wouldn't have even come up if you hadn't met her. I'm telling you now.
But this is what I've just said, Steve. You know what I mean? I he's burnt his bridges as regards his dad, his brother, the whole royal family. He's alienated them all.
Yep.
And God, see you later, Amjad.
Well,
Don't forget him.
You know what I mean? He's alienated his brother, his dad, and the wider royal family by the revelations that has come about. So yeah, I don't think he'll ever be able to come back to this country because nobody will want to know him.
But also as well though, don't forget like he was a in his like sort of younger days, he was a big old party animal, wasn't he?
Well, we've discussed that, you know. I mean, you think people forget that he used to use cocaine and he would, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a high animal at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
To me as well, in this memoir or whatever it is, he sort of brags that he killed 25 people in Afghanistan. Who does that?
Yeah.
No.
Never heard of anybody doing that before.
But it was in the army, so in the army you fight and you can kill people, I guess.
But
no,
It doesn't mean that you should be
like
happy
every
Never heard of anyone doing
soldier
that.
that fights for the country, they don't come back and say, "Oh well, I've killed X man."
Well, you don't say that. You don't mention it.
No,
No.
not at all.
Of course not.
You don't brag about how many people you've
What's
killed.
the aim of this? What is he aiming at?
The whole thing is as well, like any war that happens, it doesn't matter like whatever happens involved. It's still sort of like
Be careful.
things that actually happen in the head, like because of what happened involved, sort of thing. It doesn't matter.
You know, I mean, as regards his drug use and everything, it can say, "Oh well, it will cost my mum died when I was young." But everybody, there's a lot of people out there that have lost their mum at a young age, but they don't turn to drugs through it.
Yeah. But
well,
also,
you can
as well,
say that he made mistakes and that he regrets his mistakes because it's part of life. But and he had a trauma, and I guess that losing at that young age.
That's it. You made your own mistake.
The only
You
one.
can't put
He's
the
not
blame
the
on
only
her.
one.
But also as well though, like don't forget though as well. Like it was a rather shocking accident. What actually happened?
Can you biscuit?
Tom's having a full conversation with Chris.
But the whole thing is as well, like protecting your dad
Get the bush out.
or whatever, like, because of that. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't or whoever's fault. It's a shocking thing that actually happened.
And this is another thing what I can't understand as well, because they're doing an interview, I think, on RTV on Sunday.
Right.
He turns round and says, both me and William begged me dad not to marry Camilla.
But
You know,
also-
that's just something he sort of just throws out in, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody wanted him to marry Camilla.
Yeah, but also as well, though, like, don't forget with the whole Diana thing, Charles and Camilla was seeing each other on.
Oh
the
yeah,
side, sort of
yeah.
thing, right?
And then we were discussing this other night.
It was
Has he got to wait until you got chopped up?
like,
Yeah, she was just somebody to produce heirs to the throne.
yeah, it
basically.
was. It was that simple. But his heart was with Camilla, sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think everybody knows that. And as she
Don't you
referred,
think he should be talking about his rather dodgy uncle a bit more instead of slagging everybody else off?
she were referred to as the third person in their marriage.
Sorry.
I said she was referred to the third person in Charles and Diana's marriage.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because he was in Camilla before he actually met Diana, and the only reason why he married Diana was so she could produce heirs to the throne, because he knew Camilla couldn't do that.
Apparently, Andrew's put an offer in for Epstein Island.
The reason why Charles couldn't marry Camilla is because Camilla was already divorced. So,
Plus, by that time, she was too old to bear him any heirs to throne.
Yeah, I know, but
And Diana were a lot younger.
And a lot fitter.
But it's that pressure as well. It's
You
pressure.
just want to throw Camilla a bale of straw, don't you? On your way.
You know what I mean? You don't know what happens behind closed doors, and what the same as Joel says. What sort of pressure he's been put under?
Yeah.
as regarding, well, you can't marry Camilla. She's already divorced. She's already got kids. She's never going to, give you any heirs to the throne.
Yeah.
You marry Diana.
Yeah, but she looks good with a saddle on.
Funny, man. Fucking legends. Oh,
That must be really awkward, though. I don't know how to do it.
He was seeing Diana's sister before he
They've got
got
the horse face, don't they?
Yeah, but
Tim,
how can you sleep with someone you have no feelings for? Don't have just have it.
it's not Charles that's divorced.
though,
He's
it's not even
actually a widower. And I think that was the only way that he could marry Camilla if Diana wasn't around anymore.
Well, she hadn't got rid of her security team because of that Bashir interview, right? She'd have still have had a royal security team. She wouldn't have had a private hired one where the driver was pissed. That's what he freaked out in that tunnel because he was getting chased by paparazzi behind him. And that's
But the thing is, as well, I read the other day that
Bashir and the BBC made up false accusations, basically convincing Diana that the security team and the royal family were out to get her and she couldn't trust them. So
this is the thing. They were saying the other day.
Yeah, that's true.
How is he a divorcee then? Because they never got divorced because he's a widower.
Hence the whole reason why Diana got with was it Johnny?
I can't remember his name now.
Name is, yeah. Dolly Fire's son.
Yeah, that was
it. Hence the whole reason why that whole thing sort of kicked off because paparazzi was on a bike trying to take pictures of the pair of them together.
The hired security team would never be a match for royal security team, would it?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. Definitely.
That would never happen if she still had a royal security.
Wasn't when they accusing the driver of drinking as well?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, they blamed everybody for it.
Yeah.
Well, if you go back,
that was one accusing it.
Oh yeah, they were divorced. Yeah, sorry, Gordo. When I am wrong, I say I'm wrong. But yeah, they did divorce.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, they did divorce, and she went with him, and then he went.
Yeah, he divorced Diana. But it's like Prince Andrew. He's never remarried after he divorced Fergie, and I don't think
he was a bit busy. Pop into Epstein Island for a fiddle.
Yeah, that's another conversation topic. Yeah.
I will put you on the list. You are on the list. Oh, what happened to the list?
But yeah, I mean, I don't think with Diana being alive, even though they were divorced,
before somebody could find him a pencil, they found him.
I don't think he would have married Camilla had Diana still been alive.
But if he was out,
no one will know that. No one will ever know that.
Yeah, I'm just going to say you can sort of throw conspiracy theories out there for nobody will ever
it
know.
doesn't really matter how many years.
No one will ever know.
Cameron suddenly went off, and the next minute he was hanging there.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think, not in our lifetimes anyway, that we'll ever know what really happened.
Yep.
I don't think
You
it
know
would
what I
have been
mean?
Charles to do it though, because
I mean, there's been sort of conspiracy theories thrown out there because she was seeing him that owns Arad's son.
The only difference between conspiracy theories is about 6 months.
Yeah, Al-Fayed, I forget where his name. I know it's in the own Arad anyway. So there's like conspiracy theories out there. She was killed because she was seeing his son.
It could have been like where he's from. People might not like it where he's from.
Way back before that. When she gave up her royal security team and hired her own, that's when it started going downhill from there.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
We felt sad here in Paris when she died here because
We did. I honestly cried. She was
we felt
basically
guilty of what happened in Paris on
But
that
if it
night.
hadn't happened there, Joel, it probably would have happened somewhere else. It so happened that it happened to be in Paris. You know
But
what I
the
mean?
driver was drunk.
Yeah.
Although did they?
It's recognized that.
He did help
Yeah,
me
he
chase
did that.
the
I don't know
when,
when that
what I don't know.
paparazzi wanted to start swarming that bloody back of car.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's sort of, they accused the driver of being drunk. It was the paparazzi's fault because they were hunting them down. You know what I mean?
The Royal Security Team, would have been ex-MI5 military, all that, wouldn't it?
But
Oh,
also,
that's
as well,
conspiracy.
like,
See you later, Lee.
No one knows.
See you later, Lee.
In that tunnel, no one knows what happened.
I blame the BBC and Bashir for what happened to Diana.
Nobody will ever know, Steve. Nobody will ever know.
I'll say one thing.
It's like the Jimmy
Thank
Savile
you
thing.
for letting me up, and also thank you for subscribing to my channel. Lovely.
Hey,
Thank you very
no
much.
worries, Steve. No worries. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's a lot of different what's. You know what I mean. I don't think anybody will ever get to the bottom of what actually happened.
No one will even know, like, because
No.
it's been all cleared up.
Cheers to a good protest. Cheers.
All best, you, sir. All best, you, man.
Well, it was
I don't
rumoured.
know about that.
It was rumoured that she was pregnant with Dodie's baby, Tim. That
I think
you know.
that she wasn't in love with Dodie, I can say, because she was in love of the surgeon.
I think she just wanted
the
somebody to
Patty
protect her
surgeon.
from Brighton. She
I
was looking for
don't
somebody
know
to
what
protect
his
her.
name was.
Somebody to protect her from our family, basically.
But yeah, this is another sort of rumor, conspiracy theory that she was pregnant with his baby. We don't know. Nobody, you know, they're not going to tell us if she were.
She died at a young age, and this is terrible.
Yeah.
No,
that'd be
even
all
if
the
she
rest.
was famous, it's just terrible the way.
You're a true queen. True queen.
I don't think. Same as Johnny says, she were the nation's darling, not just here in the UK, in every single country that she went to. She was loved by everybody.
True, she was
Every single country that she went to, and I don't think the royal family could deal with that. She was married to Charles. They thought she'd sort of go away and go into what existence, but she didn't.
The rest of them are.
And the phrase "out of sight, out of mind" springs to mind to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because they thought she'd just fade into the background, but because she was so loved, that's what drawn people to her.
Maybe jealous of them.
Yeah, like the thing with landmines and whatever. She were a very compassionate person.
But also
very compassionate.
The same sort of stuff is happening with William and Kate as well. Kate is sort of being pushed aside, while William's having all the spotlight. Because if you watch every single time when William's out and about, Kate's a full steps behind, and William's like up here.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of
I don't think everything's rosy in the garden of William and Kate either.
No, of course not. She's doing a good job. She's exactly what people expect from her. She shows what people want her to be. So,
hi, Darren. How are you?
But also, as well, but if you on any sort of paparazzi or whatever,
always
within and walking behind him, yeah. But have you noticed as well how very thin she is? She's very, very thin, and I think she's been put under pressure by William to be that thin.
Or
but you think so?
Been by the Queen.
Yeah, but she was quite slim to begin with, though, weren't she?
So going for.
I mean, anybody that knows when you've had kids, you've got stretch marks, you've got flabby skin, blah blah blah. Look at her; she's as thin as a
actually, no. When my first
you seen her older sister? Woo, Jesus!
I actually went skinnier, and then when the other two, I put the weight on. So when I had my daughter, I actually went skinnier. After
It looks absolutely terrible.
She's slimmer than before the babies. She's slimmer now.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is, when I had my first,
I don't think I've
I
ever
actually
seen
went
her as
skinnier.
thin as what she is
It
now.
looks awful, but
When I
that's
had
the
the
royal
two lads,
family
I
do that.
did put
Does that
more
to
weight
all the
on
women.
after the two lads.
This is what I'm saying, Richard. She's been under pressure to be as thin as what she is.
They did it to Diana. She went the same way.
Yeah, when you're a
Stress
lizard
can make
person,
you
you get a
lose
bit-
weight, though. Is that
And
as well?
it's like, how can I put it? You've got to keep up that appearance because you're a member of the royal family.
Kate needs
Maybe
all
it's
of
because she
that.
feels too nervous and she gets polluted with all the
Give her a
pressure
fry
and
up.
all
That's what I
that.
say.
Yeah.
Have you got some going
Keep her up.
You,
Get some pie and mash down your neck.
definitely. Terrible.
Well, the
Yeah.
British, we'll have look, it's all bangers and mashing.
Richard's going to donate some of his stew.
Yeah. I got about 4 gallon.
Oh, God.
I'll leave a pot of Knockhouse Gates.
Scottish delicacy.
But this is the
Yeah.
thing, Richard. Did you fill all of them 30 cartons up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know some people has a
filled,
basket. What has it? I can't say it.
And
Ah,
some
I can't say it.
Tupperware comes as well.
I hate
Some
that.
people like
Comfort
it.
stuff.
Wow.
Freeze.
I can't say it.
Did you put some in freezer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said fridge.
Oh,
gonna
fucking
say.
freezer's
What's
stuff.
it when someone burns something else really quick? I can't say it. Fast. Oh, God, I can't say it.
Say it again.
Crypto.
Well,
I
I
can't say the word. It's like when I'm tongue with no, some people just can't say it, and I just cannot say it. A fast blood
Can't
test.
pronounce it.
I can't do it.
Metabolism,
What
yeah.
does- I can't even say it.
metabolism.
So I said
Yeah,
she
but-
could have that. when you
There's
burn
a
it
fast
off really
metabolism and then they're starving yourself.
quick. I can't say it.
Metabolism.
You
Metabolism.
must have 3 dry weeks.
What is
every
it?
day, that's it.
Remember the milk end?
Metabolism.
Metabolism.
Right.
Did you do it?
Hey.
Metabolism.
Right.
The whole
I
thing
get
is
so
well,
much
like,
I get so much.
Oh, God, I couldn't do that.
I think also as well, it's known fact as well.
That
It's how-
partner says Steve, I want some files somewhere for my opinions.
Right, chill, it's fine. But I also think the royal family have got a lot to sort of live up to now.
Yes,
Now-
that is
Now the Queen's gone now. Got a lot.
Victoria's going to go
I'm
down
not
the
being
shit.
funny, right? We don't even want like sort of like King Charles. I'm not being.
Oh, let's go see Sausage Fingers, see what
sort of thing, right? Guaranteed though, it will probably last about roughly about 30 years, and then it'll be William.
Yeah, Charles is sponsored by Richmond Sausages.
But we're not talking about murderers and lying scum, Darren. We're talking about, the royal family per se, and Harry and Meghan and William and Kate, we're not sort of, and all these conspiracy theories that's going around, but at the end of the day, I don't think we'll ever know for sure.
We'll never ever know. This is the
No.
thing. Like, what happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors.
With a statement
Well,
like that,
especially-
Darren, do you want a business card?
I'm going to say, especially with royal family anyway.
Yeah,
They only
yeah.
tell you what they want you to know.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, definitely. Because what we know in the media is what we've been told.
What we've been fed
Right,
by
right.
media.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
watch TV, Steve. I don't watch news or all. I don't watch that shit.
The whole thing is,
I don't even have a TV license. I'm not paying to be lied to. No thanks.
Yeah, so I'm just
The whole
going
thing
to
is, I
go
will
to the
never
bathroom.
pay. Oh,
Don't
now
drink
we're
in that.
on another tangent now. We're about the whole TV license. Like, the whole reason why you have to pay for a TV license for is to watch live TV on the BBC.
I've already got rid of it. Gone. Been gone about 2 years now.
Technically, in a way, we should have a TV license.
Reason for leaving on the form, I went, what you did to Diana, you tossers.
All right, I'm just laughing at what Gordo's put. I had people knock on the door earlier, collecting clothes for starving Africans. If they can fit into my clothes, they ain't starving.
I'm not really sure, right, but the state of things over here, it's about time African does a concert, don't you think?
Yeah.
So I hope we've got some good African bands. We need a concert right now.
This is like going back to the whole like license thing, like TV license. In a way, anything streamed live should be licensed in a way. Right? This whole thing now should be licensed as well, but it's not. Right? Because it's part of a different platform.
Steve, shush.
But the person who actually owns the channel should get the money for it. That's what I'm saying. Who actually does the content?
It's all right, Gordo says I can successfully say I beat anorexia. But yeah, I agree with what Darren's saying. They only tell you what they want you to, or, you know, what you think you want to hear. You know what I mean?
I've got one of them.
I found the password to fridge.
The whole thing is as well, right? We allow, not being rude or anything like being disrespectful, but we allow immigrants.
Well, it's not Christmas now.
There's literally like
I'm sending you a winter thought from here, but it's not cold here, so.
I live in Yorkshire, and we just got extra cold.
So what were you going to say, Richard?
Scotty, it's got about the size.
Rare form of bulimia. I can
Oh, I love that.
Well, it's only little. That's only a pound.
All ours has been packed away, put away till next year.
That's the only thing that's not being packed away because it's so fragile.
The whole
You
thing
do that, don't you? Everything you read, you think, right, I've finally done it, and you sit there about 3 hours later, and this is a bottle.
Oh, I've done it. Yeah, I did. I put mine away yesterday. Looked up there.
Look up and realise you've got
pity's sake.
the whole thing about this is the whole thing about it takes ages to bring it all down and put it all up. It takes like literally more time to put it back to the base.
My decorations are on top of the rabbit at the moment.
Oh, easy now, rabbit ready?
No, I've got the rabbit into house because it's a bit cold at the moment, so he's in the porch at the moment.
Oh, I thought like you meant something different, but yeah, moved on.
Battery, Steve.
And the other day, I wished he'd have still got his ferret because he's had a bit of a rat problem.
Oh no!
Yeah,
in his caravan.
Caravan, so I've had to evict him.
So yeah, probably still had ferret. They do, you know.
Listen, Jeanette, I was storing some cushions behind the sofa in a stack, all neat. He'd used them for bedding. Cheeky git.
Oh wow!
But also as well, like,
are you laughing at what Gordo's put, Richard? The other day, I had some people collecting donations for the local sperm bank. Boy, did I give them a mouthful.
Well, when I found out you could send sperm by post, I came in a jiffy.
Yeah, I've lost now.
Darren says I throw one in the mix. What's people's feelings on Andrew Tate? Who's Andrew Tate?
That's a bloody old joke, that
is. To be fair.
How do I put it?
I don't know. I'll come back to.
Like goes into against women and stuff like
Oh.
that. Apparently he's abused women. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're at least God, I'm not in France anymore.
That's who he is.
Oh, I've never heard on him.
He's like this celebrity, and he does these like.
I've never heard on him.
Every single.
What was he on about?
Every single like people in the media will always get shit
Who was he on about?
Right?
No,
Because
no,
in the media, it doesn't matter what they've done in the past. it will be dug up and actually used against them. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I mean, like, there's a few people.
I mean, look at not so long back. This Rebecca Vardy and Colleen Rooney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But this way, Steve,
They've even done
You know what I mean?
drama about Rebecca Vardy and bloody like whether bloody names like don't really give a crap either way. It's like they've done a drama about it all, a courtroom drama. Who gives a crap? I'm sorry. Like
Exactly.
Move away.
Yeah. So who's this Andrew Tate then? I mean, Callum's just tried to explain to
Right.
who.
Yeah, he's been released now, hasn't he?
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think.
He's a major influencer social media wise, and they tried to get him on this child trafficking thing, but they've had to let him out now. So.
Oh, never even heard of it.
They wanted to shut him down, so they tried to get him on something. So they got him on. But
Oh, yeah.
he basically posted on social media that he was in Romania. And as soon as he did, Romanian police arrested him.
What?
Yeah, Callum's just tried to explain who he is. I've never even heard on him.
He's got very good lawyers, and they had him out.
Oh. It's all right. Chris has just said he got banned off of YouTube and Twitter or what.
You know when they try and take him down?
No, what's this, Callum?
Lefty snowflakes try and take you
He's
down.
going to that time of night again.
Rabbit snowflake, Richard. It's awesome. I get to say snowflake every morning.
But yeah, I mean, there's sort of opinions, and then there's opinions. I mean, my opinions are men that abuse women. I don't want to go into that, you know, because I've been there, I've done that, I've had T-shirt, not with Chris, with my first husband. You know what I mean? And child abusers, yeah. I can't be sort of whatever comes out my mouth, but yeah, you know what I mean. And basically anybody that promotes violence, full stop.
The whole thing is like the way it should be all promoted and all it's whatever. It's to big in a way to big like the other people up and make them feel good about themselves, right? About whatever involved.
Yeah.
In a way, as well, like with the whole what you were saying about like women beaters, and they should be locked up and thrown away.
But I mean, it's not just that, Steve. As well, I mean, the physical abusers can work both ways. I mean, it's not just men against women. It can be women against men. You know what I mean? I
was getting onto like there's women out there who actually abuse men. And most men are literally ashamed to even come forward about it all.
Yeah.
You know?
And there is that stigma. There is that stigma about men coming forward.
Because because
there is
like, well, if you're getting abused by a woman, or I'm not being fair or nothing, like the woman who's men love you, you leave alone.
Yeah, but it can be. Look, women can do it to men just as bad. So it's
But this is what I'm saying. This is what we're saying, Crypto. There is a stigma as regards men that are physically abused by the wife.
And there's one stabbing in the leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No one should be doing it to anyone.
It don't matter whether it's a woman against a man or a man against a woman.
Yeah.
Any sort of physical abuse is wrong.
No one should raise the hand to anyone. So.
Unless
Hallelujah.
Unless it's during
Well, Chris says I abuse him because I force feed him my cake.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I don't force feed him anything.
Poor Chris.
You should put revolving door on your fridge when you bake.
Yeah. Trust me, Steve, you don't need any force feeding.
Yeah, when you open the fridge door, it goes boing.
Yeah, him and Callum, but they fight each other out at weight to get to the fridge door first.
Yeah, when Callum comes down on a Monday and goes, "You haven't made out your ingredients yet."
I bake on a Tuesday, Steve, And Callum come, they were watching football upstairs, and he come down, he says, Mum, you haven't weighed your ingredients out yet? And I went, yeah, you pillock, it's Monday, not Tuesday. You tried to skip a day, Steve, so I bake a day early.
These were extras.
Oh, dear.
I'll tell you something, if it were left up to, well, Callum predominantly, but Chris secondly, if it were left up to them two, I'd be baking every day at week.
Yeah.
Where did you learn baking? When and where?
I've never gone to college. It's just something that
you like.
You learn to use that when you love.
From a young age, my mum always baked. And
I've had to double my training to keep up with.
Basically self-taught, if you know what I mean.
Yes, but we must be gifted to bake, because if I bake myself, I'm not sure that it's going to be. You have the feeling, the skills for that, like Tracy.
But this is the thing, Joelle. Everybody's got them skills. If you set your mind to
I'm
it.
not good at measuring. I'm not good at measuring. I kind
We
of
don't
like,
got that skills because we can't be asked to do it. We'll let you do it instead.
Yeah, Tracy will agree with me. You don't need any skills.
I baked a birthday.
Yeah, Chris has baked. Not so long back to make my birthday cake for me. Came out.
I had to ninja kick my oven.
Oh yeah, that was before you got your new oven, Johnny.
You want it?
Yeah.
But Johnny is lucky because he has a wife.
A wedding cake this time. I've got
But the thing is, if you follow the recipe to a T, you get your oven temperatures right, and you follow that recipe to the T and get your stuff out and get it to room temperature. Yeah. Put your oven on at least 15 minutes before you start. Yeah.
I went from a broken oven to a catering size one.
I have
and all the meat's on one shelf, Jeanette.
Yeah, Tracy was saying.
Do you?
But yeah, you know what I mean. You don't
cook crypto.
I've done some baking. So I mean, Jeanette, you've probably seen them when me and my daughter done them when where I've done baby showers. I've done biscuits and cake things for baby showers. I've done baskets as well. I've done them as well.
Well, trust God, how do you explain Mrs. G?
I've done cinnamon rolls. I've done all sorts of things, but I don't do all the time. I can't. I ain't got an answer for that one, Gordo. Obviously, she did something wrong, or you've got to follow that recipe to a T. You've got to put your oven on, what it says, and you've got to wait. My favourite.
My baking comes with a fire blanket topping.
But the thing is, I mean, a lot of people, and some of them are famous as well. They don't weigh the ingredients out. They just chuck, whatever they think in.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of know what the ingredient entails, and I kind of gather what I think, what is what, like they say, cup.
Oh, my baking comes
anything is got being on the dough.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have had failures. Not everybody is foolproof.
No, everyone's had failures.
Along the way, everybody has failures. I mean, I watched this. They're on Facebook, and basically, as for Christmas, she put all the outtakes and bloopers in. You know what I mean? She's actually released, what's gone wrong.
How many views would I have got for drop kicking me oven then?
About 20.
See you later, Darren. I'm going to be shutting it down in a minute.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Agnes, your sense of humor is always
top notch.
but yeah, it's just experience over the years. You know what I mean?
As well, though, I mean, like some home brewers as well. I homebrew from like kit that I buy from shops, but some like some homebrews actually do it from literally like from scratch. And to me, that's
I ain't done it for a
amazing.
while, Steve, but I've got all the brewing stuff. I ain't done it since I moved here yet, though. But I've got all the brewing stuff. in the
It
shed.
don't matter what you know, like
Well,
you
yeah,
said,
yep.
Steve, with the home
I
brewing
should
and
do all
everything.
wine and everything.
It's got to be, yeah. If you know what you're doing, then you shouldn't have a problem. Well, you know what I mean? And I look at it this way: everybody's got to start somewhere. And as a child, I watched my mum bake. You see.
Yeah, but that's not what working for.
Obviously, that. You know,
Yes, I
you
don't
know,
touch it, but it doesn't matter. I'm laughing, so it's the main point.
Coco fan. Yeah.
Oh no, really? Partners going that way?
Oh, is it Jolie? Is it Jolie? Your name?
Joelle.
Joelle.
Oh, is it Joelle?
It's called the Joel. And I said Joel is the
No, it's
male
Billy
version.
Joel. Billy Joel, the singer.
Yeah,
Billy Joel.
Joel is the male
Oh,
version.
okay.
And
Oh,
Joelle is
Joelle.
the
Oh,
male
yeah.
version.
I don't want to.
Anyway,
Well, I know
guys,
you're from France, and I love
I'm
you.
gonna
Please
get
tell me you don't
going.
eat frog's legs. I know it's a stereotypical type, but please tell me you don't eat frog's legs.
She says, "Do you eat frog's legs?"
Ah,
I know it's stereotypical, but please
you know
tell me you
why
don't.
French do not eat? Don't eat. No, it's not this. The joke.
It's only green
I
chicken,
counted,
Crypto.
Snails.
Why French
like
eat snails? Why? The question is
Yes,
the joke. Why do they eat snails?
Oh, I'll eat snails. I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Because they don't like fast food. Okay.
I like
Such a
that
close
one. I like
dinner
that
time.
Joel,
Frog legs. I tried,
Yeah,
but
don't like fast food.
it's
Right, I'm gonna
I
get
like that
going,
one.
guys.
See you
I'll
later.
see you all later. I'll see you on the next one
Bye-bye.
Monday evening.
Bye.
And everyone. Bye.
Bye. Oh,
We are still
I've
live.
got to put my mouse back in. I don't think I can.
Oh, you're live.